Hey all, Heretic here with patch 26.0.4. Just dropped now at noon. It's April 27th, 2023, and we're going to take a look at the patch and see all the things in it related to Battlegrounds. As you know, Battlegrounds are our priority here. We don't really look at the other modes. We stick where we care, and that's in the Battlegrounds. Let's go see what we can find. Right off the bat, we've got an easy start. We're starting with the armor updates. As you know, armor updates really depend upon where you are in your MMR, because sometimes they're lower, sometimes they're higher for random heroes. It's kind of random where they're at. So it depends on, where in particular you are. But we have them all here opened up. I'm going to blow them up nice so you can see them. Nothing too dramatic. All little nudges as always. We're not talking like a hero going from 0 to 20. So all the basic stuff here for the heroes who are losing armor. Luckily, there's a lot more heroes getting armor than losing armor, so if your favorite heroes on this list, at least you're looking to be a little better off at getting to play them with a little more survivability. Maybe not enough, but enough where now you can play them and feel a little better about it. Now away from armor into something a little more interesting, just a tiny preview of something to come, something to be excited about. We have a dev comment about buddies. And this is our last expected patch of this buddy meta. Battlegrounds Season 4 is coming out with patch 26.2. When it does, buddies will be removed again to make room for a massive shakeup. But don't worry, we'll see our buddies again one day. For now, hang tight, Season 4 details are coming right around the corner. That tells me they're going to be out in the next week or two, maybe a little more, but I doubt it. As you know, we have Diablo coming out on June 6th. It's very possible that we will see either a Diablo hero reintroduced into the game, or maybe a Lilith hero this time, maybe some kind of weird mechanic that we will all positively love. Right? Not like Diablo was before. Oh my, please don't make this as bad as it was last time. No more Diablo BS, please. Luckily, if it's really bad, I can take a break until they're removed and just go play Diablo. But this does give us a hint. There's at least going to be some massive minion shakeups. That doesn't tell us there's going to be a new mechanic. Usually right about in this patch is when we're going to get the minion changes, either a new tribe or a couple tribes redo, maybe across the board. What do you think they're going to do? Do you think, are we finally going to get like a dragon update? Is this going to be more just across the board, removing some things, adding some things, new tribe also? What do you think it's going to be? I'm pretty excited about these changes. We definitely need them. I am not a huge fan of buddies. I understand there's a lot of people who like them, and hey, all the power to you. But luckily for me, their time is coming to an end, and we can move on to something more, a little less swingy, hopefully. Now we have some buddy changes, just a couple different tweaks. The last set of tweaks, supposedly. Bilgewater Mogul, Trade Prince Gallywix buddy, is being changed from Tavern 3 to Tavern 4. Otherwise, exactly the same. Same stats, same abilities. Only difference, they're a little harder to get. They're just going to take a little more time, and not too much, but not a huge change. I was kind of okay with Trade Prince's buddy, but I'm guessing the data flushed out in the background said they were a little too strong, but not a bad change. Next up is Magnus, Manastorm, Millhouse's buddy. The only difference here is Millhouse's buddy Magnus is going to be going from tier 4 to Tavern tier 5, so they'll be a little slower to get, a little harder to bring online, but otherwise essentially the same fun we're used to dealing with. I kind of enjoy this buddy, so I'm sad it's going to take a turn or two more to get it, but since Millhouse is usually pretty strong in the early game, I don't really think it's going to be a huge difference, but it's still a big change, so we'll see how it plays out. Next up is Nightmare Ectoplasm. This is Mutanus' buddy, as you may or may not know. Mutanus definitely is an overperforming hero. They've nerfed them a couple times. It still keeps doing it, so this change is a little more on the dramatic side. Previously was a Tavern tier 4, 4/3, when you devour this, it spits its stats on 2 extra minions. But now, even though it's Tavern tier 3 and a 5/4, when you devour this, it spits on 1 extra minions. That means before it would hit 3 targets. Now it only hits 2. That's a big change. That is a big difference there. It'll be interesting to see how it plays out. I still feel it's a very powerful buddy and hero, but not nearly as so as it was, in all the times, in all those different iterations before. Still, we'll see how it plays out in the end. Maybe we'll start seeing people golden this more. I know typically people are just spinning them separate, but now we might actually see people want to do this gold. Last change up, we have Shady Aristocraft, Sire Denathrius' buddy. This is staying exactly the same, except, the quests are going to be harder to complete. Sire Denathrius quests are relatively easy to complete. 8 gold is a lot of gold. It's a big reward. So it makes sense. They're making these a little harder to do. I'm interested to see these changes, but Sire's one of those heroes where it's more about the primary quest. I'm excited. The buddy and his gold is a huge boost. It definitely enables you to win more, but it's the quest, that first one you get, that mostly piques my interest to play Sire. So we'll see if this changes my desire to play it. Maybe they're so hard to complete I won't want to anymore, but I doubt it. I'm still going to want to play with Sire Denathrius. Those are all the changes. That's the big change. It's just a few things being, heroes who are overperforming, having their buddies tweaked a little bit, and just letting us know that that big change with minion changes across the board coming very soon. I am super excited about this. I'm curious, what do you think? Since this is the final iteration of buddies, are you content? Are you happy with this? We know they're going away. We know Diablo's coming out soon, so we got some ideas on when this could drop. I don't know if it'll drop the week of Diablo. That would seem counterintuitive, but we could get a pre-patch where we get at least, Diablo or maybe a Lilith hero put in the game just as that Diablo launches. But then I would imagine be at least a week, if not two, hopefully a week, but maybe 2 weeks after Diablo 4 drops, they drop the big change to Battlegrounds, because it would seem weird to have them, vying for our attention, because I'm sorry, with me at least, Diablo 4 is going to win for a little while. I'm super excited about that, but I definitely want my Battleground changes because this is the game that eats up all my time right now. What do you think? What are you excited for? What do you want to see? Do you want to see Diablo? Do you want to see Lilith? Do you not care because you're just going to Diablo 4? Do you not even care about Diablo? You just want your Battleground changes yesterday. Tell me what you think. Thanks for listening. I hope you had a good time. Catch you next time. Later.